Hare Krishna. So now the question here is, soul is there in the body and it is not getting contaminated. How come? How is it that the soul is not getting mixed with the qualities of the body? For this, Krishna is giving two analogies. So first analogy we'll be seeing in this video that is mentioned, that is given in Shloka number 33. Yatha sarvagatam saukshmyad akasham nopalipyate sarvatravastito dehe tathatma nopalipyate. So yatha, as akasham, the sky. Sky, how is sky? Saukshmyad, it is subtle in nature. So the sky, due to its subtle nature, na upalipyate, it does not mix with anything. But still, although it is sarvagatam, it is all pervading. So the sky is all pervading, but still it does not mix with anything. And now tatha, similarly, Atma, the soul, being situated in Brahman vision, again, na upalipyate, it does not mix with the body. Though sarvatra avasthitah dehe, though situated in the body. So it's a nice analogy that Krishna is giving here. Like the sky is all pervading and does not mix with anything, similarly, the soul is all pervading in the body, but it does not mix with the qualities of the body. So it's a very nice thing to note, because here we'll understand the clear difference between the soul and the body. Soul being completely spiritual, body being completely material. So now here the point that is made is about the sky. The analogy that is given is about the sky. So now we see the air enters into water, mud, stool and whatever else is still there. Still it does not mix with anything. So this is what it is. It just goes on with so many different things in this world, but then it does not mix with anything. It remains what it is. The sky remains as sky, or air remains as air. Similarly, the living entity, even though situated in varieties of bodies, is aloof from them due to his subtle nature. Now here obviously we are using the word subtle so that we will be able to connect. But then here we can understand that sky that is there is subtlest when it comes to the five great elements or Pancha Mahabhuta: earth, water, fire, air, ether. So earth is the grossest, and then above that is water, and then more subtler going up is fire, more subtler is air, and the subtlest when it comes to the five great elements or Pancha Mahabhuta is sky. Now more subtler than the sky is mind, more subtler than the mind is intelligence, more subtler than the intelligence is false ego, and more subtler than the false ego is the soul. So now we can imagine that this analogy is there, but then the soul is even more subtler as compared to the sky. So sky being so subtle in nature, it does not mix with anything. And here we can understand soul is spiritual. It's much more subtler. So how is it possible for the soul to mix with the body? Not possible at all. So it can never happen that the qualities of the body are superimposed or mixed with the qualities of the soul. Never this will happen. Why? Because soul is always higher than the body. So there is no question, like if soul is on the higher platform and body is on the lower platform, because soul is superior energy of the Lord and body is inferior energy of the Lord. So there is no question of body capturing the soul or soul getting the qualities of the body. And if we compare the body and soul, they are completely opposite. Soul is eternal, body is temporary. Soul is completely spiritual, body is completely material. The soul is permanent, it is eternal, it cannot be destroyed. Body is destroyed with time. Soul is unchangeable, but the body keeps changing with time. Soul never dwindles, but the body dwindles. So in this way, we see that complete opposite qualities are there, complete opposite quality. Now a soul is residing in the region of the heart. This is a known fact. So when we say that soul is there throughout the body, what do we mean by that? The symptom of the soul is consciousness, and consciousness is there throughout the body. How to understand that consciousness is throughout the body? Nothing, go and pinch someone in some part of the body. Automatically the person will react, and the reaction may be a slap also. So the person reacts, and that reaction shows that yes, the person is conscious. Whereas when the person is not conscious, at that time whatever we do, there is no reaction. So in this way, so the entire body is conscious because of the presence of soul. So even the soul is called as sarvatra avasthitah. It is situated at every place in the body. So even when it is situated in every place of the body, but it is not touched by the qualities of the body. This is what has to be understood here. Therefore, it is impossible to see with the material eyes how the living entity is in contact with this body and how he is out of it after destruction of the body. Yes. Now, how much the science can become subtler and subtler and subtler. Maybe on the material platform it can go to the most subtlest platform, but then it cannot go to spiritual platform for sure. We don't have any microscope or any instrument which can actually see the most subtlest spiritual entity, that is spirit soul. Obviously, scientists try their best to see that what happens at the time of death. How much is the weight of the body, how much the weight is getting reduced or whatever. But whatever it is, they cannot perceive the soul. Because these material eyes cannot see something which is spiritual. This is what is the known fact. Only when our eyes are spiritualized, then there is some scope of seeing the spiritual entities. Many times people also talk about God, that if God exists, why is he not coming in front of me? Even if he comes, he's there obviously, he's always there. But even if he comes in front of us straight, we'll not be able to see. Why? Because our eyes are covered, completely covered. It's like, when kids play this blindfolded game. So eyes are there, but then it is covered. In a similar way, so when it is covered, they're not able to see anyone. And that's how the play happens in the children. But then similar thing happens with us. So our eyes, they are covered with lust. So our eyes are completely material. So with that covering, it's so opaque that we cannot see anything which is spiritual. So when that dirt is removed, when that lust and other anathas are removed, so at that time the person can see spiritual entities. Till then it's not possible. We endeavor n number of various ways, n number of different angles, will not be able to understand materially and will not be able to see materially the spirit soul or spiritual entities like the individual soul, super soul or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna. Here it is said that no one in science can ascertain this. No one can ascertain. No one can actually tell in any ways that how the soul is coming out of the body at the time of death. No one can tell about that. Because it's all on the spiritual platform. The higher energy of the Lord is taking care of all this process that is there. So on the material platform, we can just see the person moving, the body of the person moving and things like that. But we can never see the soul. But still at the time of death or when the person is dead, what do we say? The person has passed away. But the entire life they have just been seeing the body. So body is lying in front of them. But still they say the person has passed away. That basically goes on to say they never saw the person. They never saw the person. So in this way, here, first analogy makes it very clear that the soul can never be touched by the material qualities. Now let's see the second analogy which Krishna is giving in the next video. Hare Krishna.